still didn't work. All right, so we're going to take a look at this one. It says here geometric sequence. Here's the first 3 stages. So this is going to be a pattern on this. Soleil, remember when I asked you to go back to your seat and you still didn't make it there? Go. 8, 16, 32. You need to chill. Shh. 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 I don't want to hear it. Shh. Okay. I have how many terms so far?
5.
There's 5 terms, and it's asking for how many? 10. So it's also asking for, okay, equal to the sum. What do we say sum is? Add them all up, right? Add it all up. So we're going to do this manually, so we're like bare minimum easiest to do here. So if I'm doing it right, that means that it's going to be, what's going to be the next one?
Times 2.
Which is? 64. Right? What's the next one?
28.
Okay, that's 6. There's 7. What's the next one? 256. There's 8. Next one?
512.
512. And last one? 1024. So, like I keep saying with your calculator, Dahlia, I marked you absent because you weren't in your spot. Shh. So, can you please go back to your chair? Shh. All right, so what do we get for a sum here? What is it? 20, 46, right? So 2046 is the number. Okay. So when you guys pick up that calculator, what's the first thing you should do before you start doing any work on it? Clear it. Clear it. Doc B, clear it. Doc B. Doc B. Doc B. Doc B. Doc B. So let's go ahead and take a look. So now which one of these is going to also be the sum of this? Let's go through and figure it out. So on your calculator, which I know you people have, you have a calculator, right?
No.
Why are you so salty today? I'm trying to get you to pass. Come on.
Oh shit! I mean.
Shh. Go ahead. Shh. Can you please stop, please? So, you guys are entering the first one in the calculator, right?
Yes, sir.
That's what I'm hoping for. So, I'm bringing up mine, so hopefully you guys will have that. So, the dot 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 means that you have to keep adding, continue the pattern. And just so you guys know, okay, this calculator is super smart. So you don't actually, even though that's kind of long on that pattern, you only have to do it once because you can copy it out. Okay, so for this first one, is that going to match my number? Nope. 40, 49. Is that what you guys got? No? Yeah?
No.
Double check your stuff, please. On yours? You got what? Did you copy it just like it is in problem A? And you got to go all the way to 10. Did you do that?
I thought it was supposed to be like the 3 times.
Oh, no, no, no.
Mr. Keeper, I have a question.
Yeah. It means the same thing. Yeah. This means the same thing every time. The dot, dot, dot. Yeah, it would be this, right? Actually, it would be this one first. I'll show you in a second to do the copy and paste. All right, so I'm going to show you guys. So since I already have this first one in the calculator, I'm going to show you the ones that all have the same sequence, which is this right here. So it's going to do this one, and we're going to do this one also. So we don't have to keep typing that same long thing in the calculator. So I'm just going to go. So the next one was it 1 minus 2? Okay. 1 minus 2 close. So that's what the difference is, right? Go up, enter it. So I don't have to go all the way back, right? Yeah. On this one? Let's see what we get. I'm doing C right now.
Will we take out the 2 right here?
Yeah. So this one is C, right? It's got that same pattern, but there's a 1 minus 2 at the beginning.
This is too much. Shut up, Liz, I didn't actually speak.
So negative 2047, is that my answer?
No.
Nope. This is negative 2047. So now we got to do E. And the difference is, this one it's going to be 2 times that value. So calculator, I'm just going to hit 2 times, and then let's arrow up to this, copy and paste it. And I could hit enter now. This is, I think this is the last one. Yeah, it's the last one, negative 4094. So yeah, E. Go arrow up till it's highlighted. It was negative 40 what? 49? Negative 40, 49. Watch, I'll do it again.
Oh, it's 94.
94? Oh yeah, 94. Sorry. Okay, yeah, we're just doing them all, just so you guys could practice putting in the calculator. The calculator is your friend. It does. Okay. But do you actually want to do all this math? Do you want to do all the math by hand? So, calculator is your friend, and you only have to enter it every time because you can copy and paste. So now it's going to be control divide 1 minus 2 to the 10th, right? Is it 10th? Okay. I'm doing the B. 1 minus 2, right? 1023. On this? This one right here, you got 1024?
Oh. Guys, did anybody ask you? I don't think they did.
Did anybody ask you?
Yeah, they did, because I got it wrong.
Hold on.
So here's the calculator again. So the other one says 2, right? There's a 2 in front of it. So watch this. Go 2 times, and I'm going to arrow up. Now it's highlighted. Hit enter. Hit enter. 2046.
What?
Rafa, can you please put those away? Are we good? Yep, put stuff in the calculator. Find all values of x that will make the equation true. So I'm going to go over this and show you guys common denominator. We're going to multiply everything by the common denominator here. So the common denominator is going to be both denominators, so it's going to be times x plus 3 and times x plus 2. Same thing on this side. So multiply both sides by the common denominator. Common denominator is both the denominators multiplied together. Now, on the left-hand side, what can I do with that? I have an x plus 3 on the bottom, but I'm also multiplying by x plus 3. So what's that going to do? Cancel. So I'm going to cancel that, but I still got to distribute the 6 times x plus 2. So distribute that, so it's going to be 6x and plus 12 equals. Now, on the right-hand side, what's going to cancel? X plus 2, right? On the right-hand side, the x plus 2 is going to cancel. Where did I get what? Yeah, I distribute this one. 6 times x is 6x, 6 times 2 is 12. So again, I'm going to distribute on the right-hand side. So 4 times x, 4x, and 4 times 3, positive 12. All right, just like my x, get it left. Subtract 4x from both sides. 2x plus 12 equals 12. Subtract 12 from both sides. 2x is 0, so x is 0. Now, am I allowed to have 0 as an answer? What are you not allowed to have? No. Okay, all fractions. What can you not have? 0 where? 0 in the bottom. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at it. What would make 0 in the bottom? What would make the bottom 0? So it's going to be what numbers?
12.
Fours?
So a negative 3 will make the bottom 0, wouldn't it? What about a negative 2? So right here on this one, that would be a negative 3 and that would be a negative 2. So that would be answers I cannot have because those answers would make it undefined. So, is 0 one of my answers that I cannot have? Say no. No, I'm allowed to have 0, so my answer is 0. Alright, let's take a look, and someone's going to have to read me the next one so I can copy it down. What is it?
X minus 3 over x plus 1 equals x minus 6 over x plus 2.
Alright, very good, thank you. Okay, common denominator on this one's going to be x plus 2 and x plus 1, so it's both of them. Now, on the left side, what's going to happen? Cross out what? X plus 1. X plus 1. So I'm crossing out the whole thing, right? So I still got to distribute this, though. So I have a binomial and a binomial. I've got to distribute. So x times x, x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. Now, 2 times x. Okay, x times negative 3.
Oh.
2 times x. Positive 2x. 2 times negative 3. Negative 6. Rafa, why are you looking at me like that? I did this a different way because I didn't draw all my arrows. Do you want me to do it again, draw the arrows?
Can you just show me how you did it?
X plus 2, x minus 3. So, it's the same distribution.
Oh, yeah.
So, x times x is x squared. X times negative 3, negative 3x. 2 times x is positive 2x. 2 times negative 3 is negative 6.
Alright.
Okay, so wait, no, go straight down. There we go. So you get Rafa if you did it correctly. So I didn't do the arrows. So now right hand side. Right hand side, what's going to cancel? X plus 2, let's cancel out. X plus 2 is here. And I still have to distribute the x minus 6 and the x plus 1. So, x times x. X squared. X times 1. 1x, so plus x. Negative 6 times x. Negative 6x. And negative 6 times 1. Negative 6. Now we are combining like terms. We are combining like terms, so we're adding all these together. So let's see. I can only combine my x's here, so it's going to be x squared minus x minus 6 equals x squared minus 5x, right? Minus 6. All I did is combine terms, my middle terms right here. All right, what are we going to do with our x squared? Move it to the left. And what's going to happen if I move it to the left? It's going to cancel. It's going to become 0, isn't it? So minus x squared minus x squared. So that's going to go away. All right, what about my x's? Where do I want to move the x's? To the left. Add 5x. Add 5x. So let's see what I have. Okay, see what I have now is going to give me 4x minus 6 equals negative 6, right? Okay, add 6 to both sides. 4x is 0, so x is 0. Am I allowed to have 0 as an answer? Yeah, because look, I have an x plus 1 and an x minus, or x plus 2. So neither of that is going to make 0 in the denominator. Okay, so my answer for this one is going to be 0. Where am I at? Right here. Okay, so this one is going to be 0. All right, C. We're going to do C now, and someone's going to read that one to me.
4x plus 12 over x plus 3 equals 12 over x.
Very good. All right, what's my common denominator here? X and x plus 3, so it's both of them. All right. So on the left-hand side, what's going to happen? Cross out what? X plus 3. Those go away. So I still got to distribute that x though. Still got to distribute the x. So it's going to be 4x squared plus 12x. Now, on the right-hand side, what's going away? Get rid of the x. So we're doing that. Get rid of the x. I still got to distribute that 12. So 12 times x is 12x, and 12 times 3? All right, so I only have one x squared, don't I? If I only have one x squared, that means it should go to the left, because that's where it is. So I'm going to subtract 12x from both sides. 4x squared is equal to 36. Because I only have an x squared, I could solve it like this. If I had an x squared and an x, I couldn't solve it like this. What would I do next? Divide by, divide by 4, right? Divide by 4. X squared is equal to 9. And to undo a square, I got to take the root, both sides. X equals plus or minus square root of 9. You can't forget the plus or minus. So from here, I get x equals plus or minus 3. X equals plus or minus 3. Now let's go back to our problem and look at it. Am I allowed to have 3? I'm allowed to have 3, right? What can I not have, though? Can't have. So x cannot be negative 3. But x still could be 3. So x is 3. So even though you have two answers, one of them doesn't work because that's what it cannot be. All right, this next one, D. Someone's going to help me read that. Go ahead.
Parentheses, x over 2, x squared plus x over x minus 1 plus x minus 2 over x minus 1 equals
Again with my common denominators. It's just x minus 1, right? So this is implied right here, that this is over 1. It's going to be implied. So even though that it's not a fraction, it's implied that it's over 1. Okay, so common denominator is just x minus 1.
what?
Just once. Just once. Because look, you got it here and you got it here. The only time if you had it twice is if you had this and there was a square right there. That's if you would have it twice. And this is x minus 1. So, as I distribute this in, what's going to happen there? What's going to happen? X minus 1 will cancel. Cancel, cancel. Look. Because if you distribute here, this one cancels. And if we distribute over here, that will also cancel, won't it? So I'm left with x squared plus 6x plus x minus 2. Because I canceled out all the denominator on that side. What about the right hand side? Does anything cancel? There's a 1, right? Nothing cancels. Nothing to cross out. So it's going to distribute the 2x, so it's going to be equals 2 2x squared minus 2x.
Question.
Yeah.
For the 6x, did you multiply x and 6?
Oh, that should not be a 6x. I'm sorry. Thank you. That should not be a 6x. That should just be 6. Thank you, thank you. All right, so we're going to combine like terms. This one is only x squared plus 6, right? Yeah? Okay, good. All right, so let's go ahead and combine like terms. So it's going to be x squared and plus x plus 4 equals 2x squared minus 2x. Which one's going to be the larger degree? The 2x squared? That one's larger, right? So that's going to be the leading coefficient for this one. I want this to be positive. So therefore I move the x squared to the right. So minus x squared. So now, okay, let's move everything over there. Minus x and minus 4. So everything on the left becomes, say 0. X squared minus 3x minus 4. Let's do our factors. Doing our factors right here. So, what times what gives me x squared? X and x. So right here's x, right here's x. Now this next one should be, what two numbers multiply to be negative 4, but add together to be negative 3? 4 and negative 1? No. If it's 4 and negative 1, that adds together to be positive 3. Negative 4, positive 1. Negative 4, positive 1. Negative 4, positive 1. That gives me my negative 3. So it's going to be a minus 4 and a plus 1 here. Now, those are my factors. Those are my linear factors. So if they're a factor, how can I figure out what the x value is? Set it equal to 0. Set it equal 0. So it's x minus 4 equals 0. So x is positive 4, right? All right, this next one, x plus 1 equals 0, right? So x equals negative 1. All right, is there anything on here that says that I cannot have those? My denominator, what's the denominator? What can I not have? Positive 1, positive 1. Because it's x minus 1, right? So x cannot be positive 1. X cannot be positive 1. Is that going to be one of my answers? Nope. So both these answers are right. All right, let's take a look at the next one, please. Okay, we're going to figure out if these are going to be identities. Just distribute them. That's all we got to do, distribute them. So I'm going to do this. So a minus 1, right? I'm going to do distribution box. It's going to be a cubed, a squared, a, and 1. So a times a cubed. A4, yes. I'm going to change colors so we can see this. So A4, A3 times negative A, or I'm sorry, negative 1, negative A cubed. Huh? Okay, I'm sorry. You could use any space. There's some on the bottom too. We're not going to need all the bottom. A squared times A cubed. A squared times -1, negative A squared. A times A squared. A times -1, negative A. 1 times A. 1 times -1, -1. So now, what is my highest degree here? 4. So it's going to be a to the 4th. So after that, after I get my a to the 4th, let's see what else happens. What happens to my a thirds? Cancel, because I have a negative and a positive, same thing, right? What about a squareds? And a's? So I'm left with -1, right? So if it's -1, is this an identity? It's equal to the other side, isn't it? All right, this one over here. This one right here. Okay, we did this one the other day. I showed you the trick on it. So it's a plus b times a plus b. If I'm going to do my distribution, a squared plus ab plus ab plus b squared. So how many ab's? I got 2 of those. A squared plus 2ab plus b squared. So is this an identity? Yes, it is. Let's look at the third one. Let's distribute the third one. A plus b, a minus b, a squared minus ab plus ab minus b squared. Those cancel, so it's left with a squared minus b squared. Is that one an identity?
No. Yeah.
A squared minus b squared? Yes, it is. All right. What about D? All right, try D. A times B is AB. A times C, A plus AC. A times D plus AD. Is that an identity?
Yes.
Yeah, all of them are, aren't they? Now, it says show your work, so you gotta actually show your work somewhere. And we have one more problem here. All right, this is what we've been doing for a while. A medicine prescribed for pain for a patient to take 300 milligrams every 12 hours for 9 days. After 12 hours, 10% of the medicine is still in the body. How much of the medicine is in the body after last dose? Okay, let's see. So, let's list out my variables. What's my S? Don't know yet, right? It's going to be S equals all this, right? A, do I know an A? 300. What's my R? 10 over 100. What is my N? N is going to be, okay, if you take a pill every 12 hours, how many times do you take it a day? You take it twice a day, right? We've done this ones a bunch of times already. So if you take it every 12 hours, it's twice a day. How many days are we taking it for? 9. So total it's going to be 18. N equals 18. So calculator time again. S equals 300. 1 minus 10 over 100 to the 18 over 1 minus 10 over 100. So please put it in the calculator. What I did, what? 10. It's 10. 10 over 100. That's my R value. The other one? 10 over 100, 10 over 100? 18? Because that's my N. My formula is right here. Just in case you forgot it. It's in the upper left of the formula, of the problem. So everyone's putting it in right now. Because this one is super important. And I told you guys when I was doing the teaching on this, that this one is on the test. It's a 5-minute warning. So everyone should be plugging this in, right, meow? What'd you get? Why not? It shouldn't be. Alright, so giving you a moment, let's take a look at, so I'm going to start plugging mine in. So start with control divide, 300. That's wrong.
I got 89999.
Nope.
I got 50.
I got 333.
I got 3.
I know.
18 power over all right, so look at yours right now. If you guys got something different than what other people are saying, all right, let's see. We end up with Control Enter gives me. Good job. Yeah.
For the first top, I got a different answer.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you. What?
For the top, where like the wrong numbers, I got a different answer.
This one?
Yeah. But when I put the control answer, it came out the same answer.
It's fine. It's however the settings are on your calculator. All right, so what are my units on this? What are my units here? Milligram. So it's going to be 333.3 milligram. All right, you guys feel pretty good about this now? Okay, when are we taking this quiz? Next week on Tuesday. That means y'all got to go back over this again yourselves. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification button.